20-minute time limit. Introducing first the team coming down the aisle. They weigh in at a total combined weight of 478 pounds of the world's tag team champions, Maniac, Tolos, and Ron Starr. And just stepping into the ring, they are the great team here together in Southern California. They weigh in at a total combined weight of 520 pounds, Madrill and Walter Johnson.
What a way to kick off great wrestling from the Olympic, a tag team battle. A good one, I might add. We've got Tolos and Starr, two of the toughest, roughest, meanest, rottenest, lowest down, whatever you want to say, wrestlers in the game today, going against a good team of Madrill and number 71 Big Walter Johnson. This is a big, big tag team event right here on television on Great Wrestling from the Olympic. I'm Jeff Walton. I'll be your host for this event and, of course, all the others on the program. We're bringing you the action like you want to see it, the matches you want to see with the wrestlers that you've been talking about. The fans now just complaining about the assassin being in there with Tolos and Starr. And Starr says, I don't know why the people are complaining. Referee Dugan says, come on, assassin, get out of the ring. You have no business in there. Madrill is just itching to get his hands on Tolos. Tolos has caused more trouble in Madrill's matches in the last few weeks than any other wrestler that has ever been in the same arena with Madrill. Number 71, Walter Johnson, the big headlock king. This man specializes in headlocks, and it's like a football. Once you get your head under his arm there, boy, it's like a vice is closing in on you. Used to be a wrestler by the name of El Mongol. He used to take footballs and with his arms he used to pop them, just completely pop them. To show what his arms and strength was. And, that was years ago. Of course, big number 71 Walter Johnson has been known to do the same thing. Okay, the assassin has agreed to go out and sit in the corner. Of course, Dugan says go back to the dressing room, but the assassin just showed him a ticket and said, I can sit here just as well as any of these wrestling fans can. And of course, Johnson says, no, we don't want him here. Get him out of here. There's the assassin sitting in the front row of seats. Looks like he takes up that whole first row, too, by the way. Starr says, don't worry about a thing. You just sit there. Let me do all the wrestling. He says, you know, we get along good. Now, Tolos saying some crazy things to his partner. Get him inspired. Go out there and do it, he says. This is quite a team, Tolos and rugged Ron Starr. Big Walter Johnson and Ron Starr. Walter starting for the team of Johnson and Madrill, and Starr for Starr and Tolos. Into the ropes. Oh, Starr just kind of a little bit of a punch tease there to the middle of Johnson. Johnson got muscles where muscles shouldn't be. I mean, this man is built like a you-know-what. Top wrist lock by Ron Starr. Good move. Throws Ron Starr out of the way like a doll, like he was nothing, and Starr stunned. The tag is to Tolos. Now Tolos comes in, looking and sizing up big Walter Johnson. Okay, there's a top wrist lock by Walter Johnson, and Tolos, tossed away again. Tolos now figuring, well, let's see now. That didn't work. What am I going to do? Okay, front face lock. Going to work with that cork. Oh, look at this! Lifting 237 pounds off his feet and throws him to the floor. And Tolos is stunned by this show of strength. Oh, says he used the trunks. No, he did not. No way, shape, or form did not use the trunks. Lifted him up and threw him away like he was nothing. Tolos always has to complain about something, you know. Starr, too, says, hey, he used his trunks. Picked him up by the trunks. Standing ready, wrestler's grip. There's that vice-like side headlock by number 71, Walter Johnson. That shiny dome of the Maniac man, John Tolos. Torquing away on that head. Boy, you talk about hearing bells after something like that. You're going to hear them. And that's how cauliflower ears are born in the wrestlers. Look how red his ear is. Walter Johnson grabbing him in that side. Walter knows that if he can get that headlock on there and torque it long enough, and he's going to make a man groggy and dizzy, and he's going to wear him down and beat him. Tolos does. Tolos goes into the wrong corner, gets punched by Madrill, and there's a forearm by Johnson into that side headlock. Went to the wrong corner. You don't go to your enemy's corner. He's not going to treat you nicely. Tolos trying to make his way back to home to Ron Starr, his partner. Going to work on that headlock, that side headlock again. If a man has a hold, you know, that he favors, he should use it. And Walter does use the side headlock. There's no question about that. Madrill now adding a little bit of insult to injury, going to work with the same type of hold, clubbing away at Tolos' head. Sends a fist that has Tolos reeling. Tag that missed by Tolos to Ron Starr. We've got a great card of wrestling coming up. We've got the Medic, who you'll see. We've got Mondo Guerrero and the Great Goliath. We've got, whoa, wait a minute. Oh, up and over. Starr loses balance, and he's mad. He's going to the referee complaining. Wait, now he's caught by Al Madril. Both wrestlers in headlocks, and boom, there go their heads. Both wrestlers bumping heads thanks to Al Madril. A little bit of a gift there from Mr. Madrill. Back into the side headlock is Tolos. Main event's going to see the Indian man, my favorite Indian, Chief Running Hill, going against the Dynamite Man, Jack Evans. That's a good main event. Lots of action coming your way right here on Great Wrestling from the Olympic. A razzle-dazzle setup move. Club Starr outside the ring. Starr's looking to see if his teeth are on the floor. Referee Dugan now forcing Starr outside the ring. Says there was no tag. You've got to stay outside on the apron. In the meantime, Al Madrill's been going to work on the Golden Greek. This is not one of Tolos' nights. I can tell that right now. Oh, into the hair goes Tolos for a release. But Madrill trying to go back to that side headlock. Tolos caught again. Into the hair goes Tolos. He's desperate now. Good takedown. Side hip toss. Dumps Madrill onto the shoulders with the use of trunks. That's legal. Okay, that is a legal maneuver. But when you grab the trunks and you hold a man down, that's not legal. Good tug tackle, takes Tolos down. Leapfrog and drop kick, standing drop kick by Al Madril. Side headlock takes him down. Good series of good moves by Al Madril. You know, what else? This man knows how to wrestle, and he knows... Oh! Adding a little bit of pressure and leverage. Ron Starr outside the ring with Walter Johnson complaining about the leverage. Referee Dugan right in and under. Watching, there he is, holding that foot again, both feet now. Trying to hold Madril down. Referee Dugan says, don't make fun of me, boy. Now, look at this. Look at Ron Starr holding that right foot of Al Madril. That's for leverage, to keep his shoulders down. And Tolos, in the meantime, choking and yanking at the hair. Madrill says, I'll punch your lights out. Again, Starr holding that foot. He's crafty, that Ron Starr. There's no doubt about it. He knows what to do and when to do it, too.
Okay, stop that.
The referee now is just getting a little bit exasperated. He can't see Starr do it. I'm sure he's going to try to catch him, yeah. Tag off from Tolos to Madrill, and Starr's in the ring, stomping away. Now, that's double teaming, actually, because both the team of Starr and Tolos are in the ring. Johnson coming in, pointing, hey, look what he's doing now, Madrill. And, of course, he's forced back, and that gives Tolos and Starr a chance to double team the San Bernardino man, Al Madrill. San Bernardino, California is where he calls home. Madrill now's got his fist cocked and he says, I want to hit him. Oh, into the hair goes Starr. Secure a takedown. Top wrist lock. Bending away at the fingers is rugged Ron Starr. Meantime, we are forgetting that the assassin is outside the ring, and the assassin is probably giving a few words of advice to Mr. Tolos. And the fans don't like that one bit. Using the leg and knee as pressure on that armbar, wrist lock. There's a good sit-out armbar by Ron Starr. In up to his feet is Madrill now. Oh, into the trunks goes Tolos. The fans are saying Tolos helped. Of course, the referee says, did you do it? Now, Tolos in illegally. Sits out with that armbar, and of course, it's the tag, and there was no tag. No, referee, there was no tag! They did not tag, referee. But the referee's got to see it to call it. There's a legal tag because the referee was watching. Stomping away at that arm. Trying to get the blood out of that arm, and of course, it lack of circulation just numbs that wrist and hand and keeps a man from wrestling. Oh, there, Tolos uses that leverage in those ropes to throw the drill back to the mat. Going to work with that armbar. Tolos yelling something at the assassin, still sitting ringside. Oh, there's a punch that sends Madrill back down to the mat. And of course, Tolos says, no, it was Johnson. Johnson wants your attention. And of course, no tag there. There was no tag again. Twice these two have done that. You've got to watch these men every minute. There should be two referees down there for this. No doubt about it. Tag off. Back Tolos comes back in the ring. Starr. Whoa, Tolos coming off that second strand of rope. Knee drop. And right to the hand and wrist of Al Madril. These men don't want to just win a match. They want to hurt their opponent. There's no question about it. They want to get in there and injure a man. And do it as quick as they can. Tolos now getting the leverage, holding Madrill's wrists and shoulders to the mat. Dugan knows something's going on, but he's got to be able to see it and put his finger on it before he can call it. Tag off to Al Madril, to John Tolos, and of course Ron Starr in the ring now. Walter Johnson very exasperated. He can't get in there to help his partner. Tolos coming off again, stomping on that wrist and hand. Now biting, oh, look at this. Biting the fingers. Oh no, both of them biting the fingers. Oh, that's disgusting. That I don't like to see. That's not wrestling. That is just not wrestling. Now Madrill gets to his feet and sends a haymaker into the face of Tolos, trying to secure a release from that armbar. Tolos going to work, yanks him down by the hair. The referee saw it, says break it. The tag off is to rugged Ron Starr. Starr stomping away at that hand. Now, there goes Starr. Starr staking it out. A knee drop to the arm. Take down to the mat. Sets it out, stakes it out. Tolos now, there goes Tolos again on that second strander up. Comes off and right to that wrist again. That wrist, if it's not broken, it's going to be swollen twice the size tomorrow. Kipped to the mat by Madrill. Throwing away those rights into the face of Tolos. Tolos is down. The tag off is to, nobody there. Starr stops him from making the tag. Who's got what where? There's that monkey flip, and it's a roll-up, and Johnson's tagged. And now number 71, the big football player, comes in the ring. Whips Tolos into the turnbuckle. There's that big body block to Ron Starr. Another body block to Tolos. Another body block, and they're coming in. Now we've got all four men in the ring. There's that shoulder tackle. 71 is known for his defensive tackle work, and he's using it well right now. Starr now caught, and both men thrown together, and down to the mat they go. Here's a shooting star. Both men set their legs up, and there's that shooting star. There he is in the middle, and Starr throws Dugan, Tolos throws Dugan up, and Tolos is stomped by Red Shoes Dugan. The men can submit, or they can break it up, and they choose to break it up. Tolos and Starr go outside the ring, and they decide that discretion is the better part of valor. Now all three men calling it a huddle. The assassin, Tolos and Starr, trying to work on strategy. Takes three men to do that. Three grown professional wrestlers that have to do that. Well, they decide they didn't understand maybe, and they're going over it again. My God, these men talk about unfair. And the referee again counting to 20, about 19 now. Starr back in the ring. Walter Johnson says, "Come on, baby, talk all you want, but I'm going to lay it on you right here and now." This is a goodie. This is my kind of match. Starr now going to work, raking at the eyes of number 71, Walter Johnson. Figures if he can blind him and rake his eyes, he can't see, and that's just what... On his knees, Walter Johnson raking away at those eyes. Now biting the bridge of the nose and the eyes. Tag off to Tolos. Tolos in the ring. Those are 13, size 13 boots that Tolos wears. There's that corkscrew. That's a devastating move that Tolos uses. Going to work, clubbing blows to the side of the head. Thumb thrust to the throat. There's another thumb thrust that catches him, and Johnson's hurt. He's in trouble. Raking away at the nose. There's a punch. Johnson now blindly just trying to get back to his senses, using every bit of energy he has, and he's doing it. The tag is to Madrill. Madrill is fresh. He goes in to work at Tolos. A heel to the middle of the ring. Drop kick by Madrill sends him down. Now Madrill going to work, hits Ron Starr outside the ring. It's Madrill and Tolos. Madrill whips Tolos into the ring, comes off with that flying body tackle. Here he comes again, and he's caught by the assassin, who tripped him outside. There's that knee drop by Tolos. The referee counts 1, 2, and it's 3, and it's Tolos and Starr with the help of the assassin. We'll be back. Don't go away.